today, and the topic I'd like to talk about today is animal communication, the fundamentals, and how to do some basic animal communication with your pet. So, what I'm going to encourage you to do is, as you're listening to this video, please take notes or try it, actually practice it live with your pet. And let's actually try to make it happen. Let's actually play with it, have fun. Spirituality is my slogan is spirituality is meant to be fun. And so what I'd like you to do is think about like a pet that you have, or maybe a pet that if you don't have a pet right now this time in your life, think of a friend's pet or a family pet or some pet that you know that's alive. The techniques that I'm going to teach you is on how to do animal communication, but it also applies for pets maybe that for pets that are not alive, so that both works the same, but it's a very similar technique. So what I want you to do is, when you do animal communication, what's very important is that animals are very, very sensitive to any spiritual kind of inklings, any spiritual kind of like nudges, or like they're super connected. So what I want you to do is be careful and extra to know that they're sensitive, and that if you go barging in too quickly, too fast, and try to connect with an animal, you might jar them or shock them, and then they're like, whoa, who's this person? So with your own pet, it probably won't be a problem, but with other people's pets it might be, or other animals. So the strategy that I recommend is, what you do is you psychically try to connect with your pet from a distance. So you don't go barging in really fast, really quick. You actually slowly go in, and then you feel their presence. And if you notice at any time that the animal that you're trying to communicate with is like a little bit like, whoa, who are you? Or a little bit like jarred or stunned or whatever, just stop and be patient on purpose. Because then what you can do is you can slowly go in. And then if you go too fast, though, is that if you startle them, then they'll just shut down the communication with you. So what you want to do is you want to slowly go in when you're communicating with a pet. Psychically, just go in slowly, and then once you get close, what I recommend you do is you connect with like their soul, and then you connect with their other aspects, and you just take a moment to get to know them on a spiritual basis, not on a like physical basis, but more on a spiritual basis. How do they feel? What's their presence like? Also, another really important thing is, what I suggest to my students is, you clear your mind before you go and do any of this. A lot of us, we have our pets, we know our pets for quite a while, or other people's pets maybe, but you do your best to get yourself out of the way, start fresh, pretend like you know nothing about nothing to do with your pet. And then once you get to nice and close to your pet, you can analyze them and assess them from the spiritual perspective. How do they feel? What's their energy signature like? And connect with their soul and feel what their soul feels like on an intimate, intricate basis. Like, what does it feel like does it feel thick? Does it feel heavy? What's the substance made out of, like the soul? Get to know its desires, its wants, its needs, things like that. And then what's really cool about animal communication is you can actually figure out things like what's its role in the family, and maybe things that you didn't otherwise realize or get insights about. More advanced channeling includes the pet spirit guides as well. And then more advanced channeling includes your own spirit guides as well, and on and on and on and on. There's a whole bunch more to it. So I'd like you to practice this, see what kind of messages your pets give you. If you'd like to leave a comment below what your experience was like, that'd be great. My name is Ken Lewicki of channelinginc.com. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we will see you soon.